with so many things you can do to break somebody down, you have to figure it out yourself. In this last fight, actually, Tristan, come over here. Okay? We know already that Tristan is waiting for that offside shot because he is so dangerous with it. I also know that Tristan won't work left or right. Okay? So, if I stand here on him, he is waiting for me to throw something and then you flip. And that's exactly what happened in that last exchange. Now, in the exchanges me and him had, I'm here, I put pressure, and then I move a little. Then I move a little. He's not able to set that offside up. And then I jab. But I'm always keeping tension up here, right? And he's keeping tension in his body because he is trying to figure out when he can set his feet to throw the offside.
And you're also putting pressure here, so I have to keep my shield up because to throw that offside correctly and get deep enough, I have to drop my shield and throw over it.
Okay? So that tension's always on his head. It's always right here. Okay? So, and I'm working. Now the trick is, he's had to hold that shield up. I personally know he hasn't practiced in a very long time. Okay? He's heavy on his feet right now. So, he's going to have to rest at some point. So as soon as we do something, I let him throw a couple and he wants to rest, I step back in here and put tension right back here again. What does he want to do finally? Now I'm like, he was like, I have to throw because I can't just stand here. So he throws a shot that I know I can block. Now what did he just use? Energy. So after he's done using that energy and not able to do, he throws that shot thinking, I'm going to throw that shot, now I can back out and rest.
So I was like, dang it, I didn't throw it the way Brannos showed me how to do it.
Okay? So he throws that shot, he takes a step back, right? Throws the shot, takes a step back, I take a step right to his side. Am I tired? Maybe. Who cares? Listen, I'm still resting. Is he? No, because he's thinking, God dang it, stop trying to hit me in the head. Alright? I'm reacting, I'm just closing this range. I feel in a very safe zone because I know his offside, I have to be actually here for him to hit me with it. If I'm here, it is very dangerous. If I'm here, he has to reach. Not so easy. Okay? So, in that last fight, you got to use some movement. And if I want him to throw that offside and I know I'm going to block it, maybe I do this. Ready? Hey! Look, I'm blocking this offside way over here, letting him throw it, and then I step back here and look for something. Or I just step back here and go, okay, now he's really tired. Because he just, whole body rolled over. Right? No. So whole body rolled over to try to hit me. So now he has to regain his balance, and I'm here. So now what's he doing? Now he's like, holy shit! Now I'm over here. Now what are you doing?
I'm overreacting.
Okay? But if I let him just throw it, and even if I make a block, and now he steps away, and I go, what did I just do?
Lost all control.
Congratulations, you gave him a chance to rest. So now what we're talking about is with tension, we are controlling our opponent's breathing. Anybody ever think about controlling your opponent's breathing? Okay? Real part of the game. Very high end. Okay? But my job is to constantly control. You'll notice every once in a while somebody will throw a really great, holy shit, I thought I was going to get hit low and I jump way back here. And they're all smiling until I come back walking in. Where did I walk into? The side again, right? Why didn't I go straight at him? Because then I'm walking into his perfect defense and his perfect offense. Why do I want to do that? First piece is, if I walk into his best stuff, it's dangerous for me. But as soon as he throws his stuff, I jump back. He's like, good, I got a break. No, you don't. I'll walk over here. What does he have to do? Right.
Yeah.
You notice, he's still thinking, shit, I'm still in a fight. I didn't get a chance to breathe yet, right? So he's taking small, short breaths. And then when he gets to that point where he's so tired, he's like, I gotta breathe, he's gonna get aggressive on it. But now, remember that back and forth drill we worked? That pressure, counter pressure? Now, he's like, I gotta throw something. Okay, now he's like, okay, I gotta stop. So what do you do when you stop? Like, oh, I gotta stop and breathe, right? So now you go backwards, and now I'm gonna put pressure back on. He's still tired, isn't he? Okay? Did I ever let him breathe there? You jump out and create this void, it is no good for you or him. Especially if you're winning that fight, that mental fight. Standing out here allows him to collect himself. It allows him to breathe. It allows him to get oxygen back in his body. It allows him to think about what just happened. Is any of that good for you? Now that doesn't mean I stand here and let him throw anything he wants. Okay? I'm here, I make that initiation, he gets in guard, I relax back out of guard again. Look, initiation, oh look, I just lean back, now I'm relaxed again. As soon as he... Okay, so he's moving, and all I'm doing is tiny movements, and I'm breathing inside those movements. That part is the jaw trigger. It could even look like this. Okay? So, now there's a lot of movement there, wasn't there? What's happening is I'm changing constant angles, but I'm breathing inside of every angle change I make. If I'm used to doing that jog, because that's what I'm doing, if I'm setting pace in a jog, who's usually running out of gas?
The other guy.
Because I set a pace that's high, and then I relax. He's still running high for a second until he's like, holy cow, that guy's not running high anymore, I gotta drop. Right? So now watch how close you get, because those are danger zones. But inside of all of that movement, I can still create a jog. Times it comes up high, and then you, just like you're running, you bring that breath down, you don't stop. You know, and then I gotta stop. Well, then you might as well, you just lost, right? What you do is you bring it back down, you still, you have to breathe. I'm working his shield side constantly because he has to chase me with his swords. So I can breathe.
Really tricky fighters start talking to you when they want to break too. They'll say something funny to Brannos, and they'll say something when they want Brannos to pull off them. They're like, oh, you almost got me on that one, Brannos. The thing is to give you a rest from Brannos attacking you. You'll see it a lot if you pay attention.
Okay? So, what we're working here with tension is their breath. If you can find a place to come in here, and every time your opponent, we talked about it earlier today, and we had some people doing this, every time your opponent backs off after an engagement, because a lot of times this happens, so he backs off, I just walk into his side. He has to do something here. He's not comfortable. Okay? And then he's ready to go. Now I'll give it back to him. Ah, look at it. See, he's using a lot of energy in those drops, right? You notice I am constantly putting some tension somewhere. Okay? Did I have to throw? This is no different than in fencing. If I keep my sword here, guy doesn't care as much. It's still dangerous, you have to watch. But he doesn't have a lot of blows on him. He does have some, but not a lot. If I keep my sword here, okay, he can have more relaxation. If I'm here, now he's in tension. If he goes back to get out of tension, I stay right in that tension. I'm breathing, what's he not doing? Probably not breathing well because he's like, hey, I just tried to get out of tension, but I'm still in tension. What's going on? At some point, he'll fail and say, forget this, I'm just going to shoot. And then who's winning? You got it. Then the guy, I'm waiting for him just to shoot, right? Okay? So that same thing goes here. Here I am, I'm constant tension, and at some point he's going to go, and he'll want to shoot. And then I let him shoot and I counter off the shot. But the big piece, so with pressure, with the sword, with your feet, with angles, but it's all about that range, right? Keep your opponent's shield up. You got it. This hurts. You notice, go get your shield sword. I do this a lot with practice weapons all the time. And when I call a practice weapon, it is 100% legal to use a youth foam sword for practice. Okay? So you can use a youth foam sword for practice. I use it all the time in our practices. It's great if you have 4 of them because then you can do Florentine without the damage. That way somebody can actually practice Florentine without worrying about constantly getting hurt. So they can really